Kev, the Naked Gun was center of the ring for Saturday night's main event. It's on the hockey boards. Football stadiums have always around the perimeter had stuff. They do the digital placement like in the soccer games and maybe in the NFL now, right? I can't remember. In the end zones, maybe. Why did it take so long for wrestling to realize there's a whole revenue stream and you don't have to cut away from a match? You put it right there.
It took a long time, number one, to go public, to take a private company public.
Yeah.
And then it became, well, we've always done it this way.
Just
They,
because?
do you know how many fucking beer people they went after to sponsor Austin and nobody would touch it?
Oh, wow.
You know what? You would have had a line nowadays. Would have been like
My
whoever.
God, Bud would have been. He used to call it Steve Weiser, right? He used
I
to
know,
say
but
in the ring.
it'd be Modella. It would be whoever. I mean, and it would be a year commitment. And beer and Steve, we couldn't even we couldn't. Now Steve would use his own beer.
But back then, it wasn't Steve that was hesitant. You're saying that it was management that didn't
But it
take
was
the bait.
also the stigma of wrestling. It took Dwayne making it when Dwayne became the number one box office star,
Mm-hmm.
and then Cena followed him, and then Batista is everywhere, and Batista is a I'll tell you, Batista's a really solid actor,
Right.
and Cena is. I saw Cena in something the other day, and I was just like, he's gotten so much better. And the thing I've seen Cena do some comedies early, and I was just like, Cena has the I don't give a fuck. But Batista to me, like everything Batista does is because he's a real character actor. He's not. You look at him, and yes, Batista, but he's always got a different look.
I was looking at the ads and I'm like, why the hell did it take so long for wrestling to adopt this? And I remember the first time I saw it. Was Prime the first one? I think Prime was the first one. Center of the
Well,
ring.
yeah, but that was Logan Paul's.
Right. But when I saw it, it was different, jarring, unsettling, whatever adjective you want to use. But it made so much sense. And now I don't even see it, which I guess a bad thing. I see it, I don't notice it.
But I think I think it's the fact that you're dealing with a company like Endeavor. You're not dealing with a wrestling company. You're dealing with a flat out entertainment company.
Nobody in wrestling here, WCW, Mid South, the Carolinas, Texas, no one could go, you know what? Why don't we sell the middle of the ring to the
I'm
Chevy dealership or whoever?
I tried to get Budweiser. Budweiser was aboard, and Vince wanted nothing to do with it.
What? No, no.
He said our competition is with Disney. Not we don't need Budweiser. Like that's not our demographic. And I'm like,
Wow.
okay.
Huh. Okay.
It's just it's like anything else.
What a machine to manage, Kevin. What a
Oh,
machine. It used to be in 1980, if you were running a company, the biggest decisions you had were who's going over, who's getting a belt, and when should they lose it? And some TV, and maybe a
and
TV contract.
even inside of that is who do we smarten up? You know, like they it was so kayfabe. Like if angles were kept within three people.
Oh, keep protecting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But look, but every decision now. You
Did you
talked
ever?
about the cross promotion with Jelly Roll, right? So you've got that coming up this week. So last week on Saturday, you've got to consider him, what happens that night. There's going to be a TV appearance next week, all intertwined.
You got to make sure the B roll is solid.
You want to show clips. You're going to show that
Absolutely.
shit on network late night. Everything is so intertwined. I can't imagine.
Pushing, and all this is pushing into SummerSlam.
Yeah, I mean, it was just getting ready for the next card at the Garden or whatever, and then when pay-per-view came, that was a little more complicated
Back
because
then,
you were
there
clowned,
were
but
4
there were
pay-per-views,
four, right? WWE, yeah,
and they were in basketball, hockey arenas. They weren't in fucking football stadiums.
yeah.
It's just as anything, as social media has grown. I forget. God, I saw a number the other day of how many billion fucking impressions. One of the things, but it was like before they went off the air, there was over a billion impressions on one of the clips. I forget which
Mm.
one it was. It's a billion, man.
There was an article in the Times yesterday in the business section about
That's 179th of the Homeland Security budget next year.
that's what we're going to be over by in two
No,
months. What do we got? 2 months?
we're already over a billion right now.
Don Dugan. Disney World sells beer, don't they? Oh, the Vince analogy. That we're Disney. We're competing with Disney. Yeah, hell yeah. And Disney programming has commercials, and Disney movies probably have product placement in them. Come on, Vince.
I think that he was more talking about mindset than he was actual Disney selling beer versus us selling beer.
All right.
'Cause we definitely weren't selling beer. I'm sure we were. I don't know.
Next. Hi, Tal.
I tell.
You okay? We think about you. Glad you're checking in with us every week. Liette. I destroyed your last name, Liette, before. Could you tell me what is the tattoo you have on your ring finger?
Me, it's my wife's name. I hate jewelry.
So that functions as the wedding band.
Yeah, so I would be on the road, and when you go to the gym, you'd have to take your ring off and tie it through your sneakers. And then when you went to the ring, you had to take your ring off and